Today, our group will be presenting on language phenomena observed in a recording of interaction between children of ages 5 and 6 in a childcare center. The title of our project is No Conversation is Perfect. One of the language phenomena observed in the video is code switching. So what is code switching? According to Grumpers, code switching is defined as the alternate use of two or more languages in the same utterance or conversation. In the literature of code switching, Jeunesse and colleagues found that French-English bilinguals as young as 2 years of age develop the ability to use and adjust each of their languages differentially and appropriately with parents and with an unfamiliar person. This may demonstrate their competency in communication with others. Another researcher had also found that in natural conversations between two bilinguals, code switching includes 84% single word switches, 10% phrase switches, and 6% clause switches. In addition, Dusha and Key found that children code switch in order to fill their lexical gaps. Now, let's take a look at some examples in which children exemplify code switching. Other research findings have also indicated that older children code switch when they learn that elements of the other language convey the meaning of the intended message more accurately. This finding by Halmari and Smith may provide substantiation for a study conducted by Reyes, who found that code switching may be an indication of the development of a bilingual communicative competence in children who are currently learning a second language. A separate study conducted by McClure on young Spanish-English bilinguals reported that younger children showed more lexical item code switch than older children. This may be supported by the study mentioned earlier, where code switching acts as a means of filling lexical gaps. A common assumption to explain this finding is that children code switch when they do not know the word in one language. Hence, they draw on the other language. On the other hand, a study conducted by Reyes suggests that the number of instances code switching occurs can be interpreted in such a way that reflects a child's developing communicative competence. This suggests that the more code switches there are, the more competent an individual will be in communication. As such, Reyes proposed that a positive relationship exists between bilingual code switching and language proficiency. Lastly, Lenza had found that children may demonstrate more code switching when they speak in their non-native language. So what are some functions of code switching? In a study conducted by Reyes on a group of 7-year-olds and 10-year-old children, he found that there were 4 commonly used types of function. The first function was topic shift, in which code switching occurs due to a change of topic in the conversation. Secondly, code switching is applied to place an emphasis on a specific command. The third function of code switching is clarification, where code switching aids in providing more information to clarify an idea or message. Lastly, we have turn accommodation, where code switching occurs between the speaker's turn. There are 2 types of code switching, namely situational code switching and metaphorical code switching. In situational code switching, as the name suggests, code switching varies according to the situation. Metaphorical code switching occurs within conversations, and here, code switching varies according to discourse functions such as to include or exclude someone from a conversation, to convey intimacy, or to emphasize on a message.